Hello everyone! Happy midweek check-in from Normandale Lutheran. I am just back from 2 weeks away on vacation camping and hiking in Canada and enjoying God's incredible outdoors. And happy to report that we have youth in the BWCA doing just the same thing, except they're also canoeing. So please continue your prayers for them, for their incredible, meaningful time together and fellowship, as well as rest in God's creation and safety too until they return. One announcement I wanted to draw your attention to is the Sponsor a Student Backpack Drive that just begun. I know it is so hard to think about going back to school already, but we have 45 students who are depending on us to help provide them with the supplies that they need to have a year that is full of learning which they feel prepared for. Please consider how you might sponsor a backpack full of supplies for one of these students. There are sign-ups online or in person when you come on Sunday, a table of folks to talk to about how to do that as well. So please consider that, and I hope to see you on Sunday. Not only so that you sign up for a backpack, but also because we are extending our summer series called Laying the Groundwork, exploring different themes. Yet another time this week, we have a parable from Jesus. Last week, we had the parable of the sower, in which a farmer sows seed absolutely everywhere, on rocky ground, on sandy soil, and on good soil too. This sower who is indiscriminately generous with good seed. Well, this week we shift our concentration from soil to the plants themselves. We have the parable of the weeds. Weeds that grow up right alongside the wheat, right alongside the whole rest of the garden. Not to be plucked up though. The owner of the field says, no, in grace, in mercy, all of those weeds should grow up right along with the wheat until harvest time. Leave it be. Don't pull it up early. I don't know how good of a gardener this is. Because as we heard from Pastor Ian last week, you're supposed to pluck it up when they're tiny. But in mercy says, no, leave it be until the harvest time. And at the harvest time, even the weeds will have a purpose. We'll burn them for the fire. It is pretty easy to take this parable and focus on the harvest time and interpret it in a really judgmental way, right? To see God as the giant judger who then causes everyone who's not a good enough wheat to burn and suffer. But I see this as a story of promise and mercy, specifically for those of us who are not always so confident about which kind of weed or wheat we are. Come here on Sunday, this word of paradoxical grace, that there is wheat and weeds around us and within us all the time, but that God has patience with us, that there is mercy for us, that we are nurtured all along, and there is time. Come here on Sunday, this word of grace, and also we will explore my embarrassingly unwieldy garden, as you see behind me. It's the worst it's ever been, where weeds certainly grow up right alongside the rest of the garden. Until then, God bless you and have a wonderful week. Take care, Normandale.